It's busy in the AWS Cloud. Together, let's keep up with the latest and greatest from AWS. Let's get into it. AWS IoT Sitewise now supports asset model components to help industrial customers create reusable components to derive new asset models and express variations easily. Today, we are excited to announce that Amazon Code Whisperer is available in Amazon EMR Studio. You can use Amazon Code Whisperer with no additional charge to generate real-time code suggestions in Amazon EMR Studio notebooks. Code Whisperer can generate code suggestions ranging from snippets to full functions in real time based on your prompts and existing code. Mount Point for Amazon S3 can now cache data in Amazon EC2 instance storage, instance memory, or an Amazon EBS volume for repeated data access. This avoids redundant requests to Amazon S3 when you need to read the same data multiple times, which improves both the cost and performance of your application. For example, by using Mount Point for Amazon S3 and caching data in Amazon EC2 instance storage, you can complete your machine learning training jobs up to 2x faster by avoiding redundant requests to Amazon S3. AWS IoT Sitewise now supports the use of user-defined unique identifiers for asset models, properties, and hierarchies. This new feature allows consistency and control using identifiers for assets and asset models in AWS IoT Sitewise, especially for companies that have modeled their industrial equipment in multiple systems or AWS IoT Sitewise instances. The Amazon S3 connector for PyTorch delivers high throughput for PyTorch training jobs that access and store data in Amazon S3. PyTorch is an open-source machine learning framework widely used by AWS customers to build and train machine learning models. The Amazon S3 connector for PyTorch automatically optimizes S3 read and list requests to improve data loading and checkpoint performance for your training workloads. Saving machine learning training model checkpoints is up to 40% faster with the Amazon S3 connector for PyTorch than saving to Amazon EC2 instance storage. Amazon QuickSight launched a new analysis experience, enabling a more intuitive and efficient way for authoring dashboards on QuickSight. With the new analysis experience, QuickSight is redesigning the core workflows for authors to be more intuitive, scalable, and efficient. The new analysis experience includes 3-pane layout that provides a clear and organized workspace for easy navigation between data, visualization building, and object properties. This includes updates to pane components, new vertically organized field wells, drag and drop fields, add/edit workflow, visual type selector redesign, and the properties pane. The analysis toolbar providing access to essential authoring, editing, and pane management functions with just a click, allowing authors to work more efficiently across the analysis experience. AWS IoT Sitewise now supports warm storage, a fully managed storage tier that makes it easy for customers to securely store and access industrial data needed for analytics use cases such as business intelligence dashboards and machine learning applications. The warm storage tier allows customers to retain large amounts of historical data at near Amazon S3 cost per GB storage prices. Data stored in the warm tier is optimized for retrieval using AWS IoT Sitewise Query API. Today, AWS IoT Sitewise is launching multivariate anomaly detection of industrial assets via integration of historical and real-time equipment data with Amazon Lookout for Equipment. Anomaly detection helps industrial customers quickly identify and visualize changes in equipment or operating conditions, thus unlocking predictive maintenance use cases. AWS IoT TwinMaker makes it easier to create digital twins of real-world systems such as buildings, factories, and industrial equipment. We are launching 3 new features in entity modeling to enable customers model, deploy, and scale their digital twins faster and more efficiently. Amazon S3 batch operations can now manage objects within an S3 bucket, prefix, suffix, or more, in a single step. When creating an S3 batch operation, customers can specify the objects on which to perform the operation. Now, you have the option to instead specify an entire bucket, prefix, suffix, creation date, or storage class. Amazon S3 batch operations will then quickly apply the operation to all the matching objects and notify you when the job completes. Amazon Kinesis Data Streams now supports resource-based policies, so you can process data ingested into a stream in one account with an AWS Lambda function in another account. Amazon Kinesis Data Streams is a serverless real-time data streaming service that can continuously capture gigabytes of data per second from hundreds of thousands of sources. AWS Lambda is a serverless compute service that lets you run code without provisioning or managing servers. Together with Kinesis data streams and Lambda, you can build a completely serverless data streaming pipeline. AWS IoT site-wise now support bulk import, export, and update industrial equipment metadata. The new bulk APIs for metadata help customers to import their asset model data from diverse systems such as historians in AWS IoT site-wise at scale. Today, we are announcing the general availability of logs in the AWS distro for OpenTelemetry. ADOT is a secure, production-ready, AWS-supported distribution of the OpenTelemetry project. With this launch, customers can use the ADOT collector and supported OpenTelemetry SDKs to collect and send logs to Amazon CloudWatch and backend supporting OpenTelemetry protocols such as Amazon OpenSearch. AWS Code Pipeline announces the ability to start a pipeline execution with source revision overrides. Until today, a manually started pipeline execution would automatically select the latest revision for each source in the pipeline. The latest revision depended on the source action type. For example, for a code commit source, the head commit reference in the configured repository and branch was used, and for Amazon Elastic Container Registry source, the latest digest of the configured image repository and tag was used. Now, when you start a pipeline execution, you can override the source revisions for the source actions in your pipeline. AWS Entity Resolution is now a HIPAA-eligible service, enabling healthcare and life sciences organizations to now use AWS Entity Resolution to match, link, and enhance patient records spread across multiple data stores such as electronic health records, diagnostic laboratories, claims, insurance, and billing platforms. We are announcing the launch of Data Retrieval Query API to allow customers to access asset metadata and telemetry data for both operational and analytical use cases. With the new Executecary API, customers can retrieve metadata and time series data from asset models, assets, measurements, metrics, transforms, and aggregates using SQL-like query statements in a single API request. Today, we are announcing the launch of a new feature in AWS IoT Sitewise that allows cost-efficient and scalable ingestion of time series data needed for analytical use cases. Until now, customers have used AWS IoT Sitewise streaming ingestion APIs to ingest telemetry data for real-time use cases within milliseconds. With this new feature, customers can now buffer time series data streams at the edge before ingesting to the cloud. This lowers ingestion cost for data needed in the cloud within minutes instead of milliseconds. For example, data needed for machine learning applications and BI analytics dashboards that only need to be updated every 15 minutes. The combination of the two ingestion mechanisms allows customers to configure efficient ingestion pipelines for data needed for real-time and analytical applications. We are excited to announce the launch of the AWS Advertising and Marketing Technology Competency designed to highlight partners who have demonstrated technical proficiency in the AMT industry. Amazon EMR is excited to announce that Amazon EMR Studio is now available in the Africa, Asia Pacific, and Europe. AWS Marketplace sellers with a security specialization or a Level 1 managed security service provider specialization can now add these specializations to their vendor insight security profiles. These are in addition to already available certifications for SOC 2 Type 2, ISO 27001, FedRAMP, PCI DSS, HIPAA, and GDPR compliance. AWS Marketplace Vendor Insights helps streamline the complex third-party software risk assessment process by enabling sellers to make security and compliance information available to buyers through AWS Marketplace. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more and hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as we upload. Please leave a comment if you have any thoughts or suggestions, and if you think this video is worth sharing with someone who could benefit from it, please forward a link to them. See you next time. Thanks for watching.